are these people?
Now, guess what time it is, everyone, kids? It's time for Fuck Israel. Yay. I need an applause line for that. It's time for Fuck Israel, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Who are these people?
No, well, these people are, those are our supporters. But no, the first person I want to bring up is Indie Media Award honoree Paula Iasella. All right? Incredible Assange activist who has been posting every day on her Facebook an image talking about what day it is since the last blockade and any serious aid has gotten in, any food. This is day 161. And she then puts a whole summary in her post, but I'm just going to show the graphic. I got a lot of stuff to show this week. 161 days without food, water, or medicine. Israel's aid plan for Gaza is a key part of its strategy to corral Palestinians into concentration camps to expel or kill, which is their final stage of ethnic cleansing. The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, which is the most gaslighting name I've ever seen, those sites are human slaughterhouses. Aid systems are a tactic of Israel's genocide. The clock's been ticking since March 2nd. And you see across the graphic in yellow, it says, aid drops crush Gaza children. And we're going to show a little bit of that. Not that, but the result of that. But before we do that, the first thing I wanted to bring was a video from Mosab Abu Toha. All right. This is an Egyptian video. This is, most of you have not seen yet. It was filmed aboard an Egyptian aid plane and aired on Egyptian TV. All right. Just 3 hours ago, it captured even more shocking scenes of devastation. Again, this was 4 days ago. The Egyptian journalist describes Gaza as the city of rubble.
صورة حزينة في غزة. صورة حزينة لهذا الواقع.
There's no sound.
هذه هي غزة التي كانت.
This is what Israel does not want the world to see.
كانت مدينة.
Let me just compare with the bad New English.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Hiroshima,
أقف هنا حزين.
Nagasaki.
لا أرى إلا هذا الخراب.
It's worse.
على مرمى البصر هذا الخراب.
It's worse.
Britain after the bombings. Yeah, it's way worse.
I
don't know why there's no sound, but that's what he describes. It's shocking, city of rubble. And then they're going to show more scenes in a second. This is insane. It's what we knew has been happening and what they are trying to gaslight into saying, well, Hamas has been blowing up every building in Gaza. What do you mean? That's Netanyahu literally came out and said that. It hasn't been the IDF, it's been Hamas. There you go, here's even more overhead helicopter footage. There's people walking along a corridor. And then just piles of rubble that used to be buildings and homes and apartments and shops and life.
Businesses and, hospitals and schools and banks.
From Furukan Gozukara, all right? This is a time-lapse, the first time-lapse video of ethnic cleansing in history. All right? And this is 19 seconds. 2023, you see all the green. 2024, it starts disappearing. 2025. 23. 24, 25. Almost no green anywhere, especially in Gaza. There was green early on. There was city. There was life. There was activity. Then there was stuff down here. Again, all gone. All gone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's barely a fence line. You can see because they moved that fence line in 1.5 miles. We know this already. So, speaking of that aid drop stuff, and we talked about aid drops last week about how Andy Worthington was saying, well, maybe, hopefully there's aid drops. And I saw that, what's his Zoran, that fucking dumbass liberal. All right.
Bob.
All right. Zoran was like, oh, or airdrops, that's a good thing. No, airdrops are a bad thing, okay? Airdrops are woefully inadequate. Okay, airdrops injure people, and airdrops are usually dropped into areas where the fucking IDF shoots people for going. So again, let's watch this one.
Lands right on a group of people.
Oh, there was sound. We just didn't hear it. This kid was killed when an aid crate dropped on his head and killed him instantly.
Yep.
And the sad thing
Another
is the
one
Zionists,
in the practically thousands of lists of martyrs at this point.
The Zionists would call this Pallywood, and they would say that he's staged and a crisis actor.
Assholes.
Like, what? We saw the fucking thing drop. Look at the size of those pallets. They fall on somebody, they're going to kill them.
Yeah.
Right? Ugh, just fucking heartbreaking.
Keep in mind, there's fucking hundreds of aid trucks.
Speaking of
right
which,
outside.
Hey, I know that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Reef tweeted, we covered this piece from Yusuf Al-Nono.
Yusuf Al-Nono.
Right, at the Electronic Intifada over on INN News last month about how airdropped aid brought
July.
death. Right, that was last month. Or last year, was it last July?
Yeah, and no, it was this July.
That was the video.
You scroll back up. So in that, right? So he talks about this, surreal to see this large plane flying so low. People started waving their hands so the pilot could see them and drop aid, right? He talks about this John a hot word, right? Which means like wing and, means a lot of stuff, right? Tilting in the sky when they released packages of aid, but there was something wrong. Why was the aid package spinning at such a high speed? I saw that it did not have a parachute, or that the parachute had not opened, and that it would fall to the ground. I looked around and was shocked. Everyone had fled and was hiding to protect themselves. I didn't know where to go, and suddenly the first one fell with a huge crash that spread dust everywhere. While I was trying to avoid the package, the second one fell on a donkey, killing it. Its owner had been forced to leave it while he ran for his life. All of this happened in the blink of an eye. I was shocked by the sight of blood everywhere. I stepped forward to where the first box had dropped and pulled a box of dates from it. So this has been happening. Yep. Children know to avoid these boxes. Like,
on top of the fact that they've been dropping fucking drugs in the aid, and we covered that a couple weeks ago.
Oh, not to mention the aid generally full of mold and fucking outdated supplies.
Right. Here's another one. All right. Now remember, the Israelis are denying that they have been blocking the aid into Gaza, which is unbelievable. But literally, they have citizens with children standing and blocking trucks. This was August 4th at 3 o'clock in the morning. All right. Israelis bringing their children to obstruct aid trucks while entering through Allenby Bridge in Jericho to head to Gaza, where 2 million people are being systematically starved and bombed. Children. I mean, every one of those parents should be in jail.
But Indy, they teach their kids to hate us.
Right. Right. Here's the quality of people that we're dealing with. Israeli doctors urging the bombing of Gaza hospitals. Urging. Fuck Israel. So, this one will really upset the shit out of me.
Again and again.
Normal Island News writes parody, and she's having a hard time writing parody these days. It's so fucking difficult. She says, Palestinian footballer dies of quote-unquote natural causes after bullet strikes him in aid queue.
Fucking, yeah.
Suleiman Al-Obeid, a renowned footballer nicknamed the Palestinian Pele, has sadly died of natural causes after a bullet struck him while he was queuing for aid near Rafah. He was 41 years old, which is an old man in Gaza, by the way. Most of the football world has fallen silent, but UEFA posted this heartfelt tribute that was carefully worded to avoid telling too much of the truth. Farewell to Suleiman Al-Obeid, the Palestinian Pele, a talent who gave hope to countless children, even in the darkest of times. Al-Obeid was queuing...
Who killed him?
Well, you know what? Oh, I had that. I don't know where it was. I had that tweet asking, who killed him? But, here it is. Yeah. Can you tell us how he died?
Where he died, where and why? Yeah,
how
exactly.
and where and why? Like, yeah. Right. There's the tweet from UEFA, which is, European football, right? All the experts. So wait, I skipped a. Al-Obeid was queuing for aid at a distribution site which was run by the kind people at the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. You can imagine how upset they are by the latest outbreak of bullets on their watch. I'm told the soldiers, who definitely didn't pull the trigger, have been offered counseling. I hope they're okay. All the experts who are scared of Israel have explained that bullet ripped through Al-Obeid's emaciated body may have been caused by a genetic condition or poor lifestyle choices. No one can think an alternative source for this bullet. It's proving quite the mystery, given there's been a large outbreak of bullets in aid queues recently. Perhaps the bullets are contagious? Who knows? Even more mysteriously,
contagious.
A total of 662 Palestinian athletes and coaches have died in Gaza since October 7th of 2023, all of natural causes.
It's a pandemic.
Such as bombs and bullets. These deaths just happened to coincide with Israel destroying 288 sports facilities, including stadiums, training grounds, gyms, and clubhouses. Thankfully, FIFA has confirmed Israel won't be kicked out of any football tournaments because of this sort of thing. It's only bad when Russia does it.
Yep.
Only Laura at Normal Island News could somehow make that even close to funny or show how ridiculous it is. I also want to mention that our friend Gordon Dimmack wrote a beautiful tribute to Suleiman. So go read it at gordondimmack.com today. He went into the player and the man and the reason why he was revered. And he said that if this guy were from Argentina or Spain, he'd have been revered worldwide. And his death, his murder, would have been made newspapers in every fucking sports section around the world.
Everywhere.
Imagine they bombed Messi. Imagine they shot Messi while he was waiting in line. Imagine they shot Ronaldo while he was waiting in line for fucking food while they were starving him. Fuck Israel. And here's another reason why I say fuck Israel. This happened today. Anas al-Sharif, one of the most decorated, prominent journalists left in Gaza, was killed today by an airstrike targeted. He posted 45 minutes ago. He posted 45 minutes ago and now he's dead. Kinetic strike, most likely keyed off his cell phone signal, which the IDF tracks, we know. The journalists in the West who toe the line with the New York Times editorial board. Any word for your colleague? Fuck Israel for that. Greg Stoker, but also...
It was like, what, four other journalists or whatever?
Yeah, there were 5.
Right?
And
they hit a tent of journalists.
In front of a hospital. Anas al-Sharif, respected Palestinian journalist and father of 2, was killed by an Israeli airstrike. He died wearing his press vest. It was mostly burned. She says, I won't share the footage of his final moments. It's horrific, but it tells the truth, and so did he. Anas, like so many journalists in Gaza, was killed for documenting a genocide the world wasn't supposed to see. Palestinian journalists have turned bloodshed into testimony, broadcasting truth from Gaza to our phones. They are true heroes. Oh, man. And then, just to show how monstrous and barbaric Israelis and the IDF can be, The Israeli occupation authorities forced Palestinian Hamza Ibrahim Amire to destroy his own house in the town of Sur Baher in occupied Jerusalem.
West Bank.
Yeah. Now this is not Gaza. There's no Hamas here. Like, this guy has to do this to his own house. How fucking dystopian can it be? Like, you have to jackhammer your entire concrete house? Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Words are not enough to describe.
Now, also, remember that there's this whole thing about how they elected Hamas. They elected Hamas. Well, first of all, there hasn't been an election in Gaza since 2006. So, and half the population still under 18, so they never voted for Hamas.
18.
Right?
No.
Hamas has already been there, and Hamas has been...
And the PA's not much fucking better.
Oh, they're worse. But Hamas has been elevated and funded by Israel, as well as all the other, Arab states around. But this is a Kyle Anzalone, Indie Media Award honoree, antiwar.com, also from the Libertarian Institute. Hamas doesn't want to govern Gaza, but refuses to disarm. So in an interview with Saudi media, a top Hamas official said the group wanted to give up governing Gaza once the Israeli occupation ends, but is not willing to disarm. Quote, "We don't want to be part of any administrative arrangements related to the management of Gaza's affairs, and we will not participate in either the government or the ruling party," an unnamed official explained. Additionally, he said that Hamas did not want to have a role at border crossings or escorting aid deliveries into Gaza. Hamas doesn't seek to be part of any arrangements related to managing the crossings or supervising the entry of aid. Wow, this is really interesting because that's not what Israel's saying Hamas wants. Israel's previously attacked Hamas's police force when it comes to escorting aid deliveries, right? The lack of an escort for aid trucks has led to starving Palestinians rushing the shipments and flooding them. Israeli forces have massacred Palestinians attempting to get aid off the trucks. The Hamas official ruled out disarmament. The problem has never been weapons. Then there's no talk of a disarmament now. The Palestinian people, along with Hamas, are subjected to unprecedented pressures as a result of the Israeli aggression. And we are responding positively to all initiatives and pressures aimed at halting the aggression. Israeli sources have ruled out reaching an agreement with Hamas, what a surprise, to end military operations in Gaza and release the remaining hostages by Palestinian groups. You mean the 10 that are still left alive? Prime Minister Benjamin War Criminal Netanyahu is planning to order the occupation of all of the Strip and free the hostages by decisive military action. You mean the Hannibal Directive. The Hamas official said Netanyahu's escalation will endanger the remaining living hostages, like I just said. Any attempt to invade the Strip will expose the lives of Israeli prisoners held by Hamas to unprecedented danger. But again, Bibi's never cared about the hostages, and we know that for sure.
Correct.
So that was a relatively long fuck Israel segment with a lot of substance. Again, we're certainly not going to be refunded by, remonetized by YouTube for that. So if you're able to, out of means, please support the media you want to see in channels like this that talk about stuff like this. All right. So support the media you want to see so that we can continue doing this. So Cash App, $Indie News Network, ko-fi.com/Indie News Network, paypal.me/Indie News Network, over at indienewsnow.com, which is our website, or over at Substack at innnewsletter.com or at indiemediatoday.com. I saw somebody in chat say something about how that they want to silence us and that fuck Israel segments are great, but I'm not going to stop doing them. because we go live to 9 platforms specifically so that they cannot shut us down. Even if there's 5 of you that show up at our website, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep talking about this, and I'm going to keep publishing it out to Substack and everywhere else that won't block me from doing so. Support independent media because we need it more than ever.
We up out of here. Mwah. Ciao, baby.
No! We just fucking lost the stream!
I guess this isn't such an awful place. Is that what you want